Who are you pointing? What was that?
Pointing at this blue box next to me.
Oh, to get rid of it?
Trying to poke it out of the way here.
It's gone now. Out of here. And you got your taffy handy?
So
to speak.
Taffy? Oh, my Turkish taffy?
Yeah,
Yes.
just have that around because I think that's our thing today.
Sounds like it. Pull out a filling is what it's going to do.
Yeah, I know. I got to be careful. Let's see. Okay, I think we're good. Here we go. Brian, I'm going to start the read and do what we do.
Okay.
Let me just stumble all over myself today. Okay, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, how did that whole PACE thing work out anyway?
You are screwed if you want to use those fancy new payment phone thingies.
Man wanted to fix what? Man wanted a fix from his parole officer.
The box office is scary.
Cotter loses another one of their own.
Aw, major spoilers.
Your emails and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Hello, boys and girls. This is Mr. T's Halloween trick-or-treat rules. Rules to trick-or-treat by. Rule number 1, don't eat candy that is unwrapped. And don't eat the wrapped candy unless you take the wrapper off first. Trick-or-treat rule number 2, look both ways before you cross the street. That way, you won't get hit by no ghost. Now, let's have a safe and happy Halloween. All right. Okay. All right.
The morning stream. 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 The morning stream.
Burn in hell, you little green bastard. This is The Morning Stream.
The morning stream. The morning stream. The morning stream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Morning Stream. This is TMS, and this is me at age 11. How annoying is that kid?
Is it really?
Yeah. That's an annoying
You
young
found
man.
some old cassettes this weekend, didn't you?
We did. Well, my daughter did. She was going through some old boxes and she found my sports Walkman, big yellow Sony piece of business, and then she
I
found
remember those.
huge box just loaded with like old tapes that I'd run around in the house and make, and Dr. Demento tapes and all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah. So good times, man. So I've been going through a bunch of that. We're trying to salvage it all because I'd forgotten I had all that. And, tapes, they're not going to last forever, Brian.
No. Those are very fleeting media.
Mm-hmm.
In 100 years, those things all decompose. I don't know, 100 years,
Yeah,
but
maybe
they
now.
certainly will before CDs and.
Well, I'm pretty sure a couple of them have died, so I'm not going to be able to salvage a couple of those things. They're going to have to just be a historical record that never was. But some of them, I'm going to get all this stuff digitized, get all these MP3s made, and then I'll have a record of just how big of a dork I was in my adolescence.
I wish I still had some of those. I bet I still do somewhere. I know I've got a box of cassettes, but I think they're just my mixes, my slow jams.
Do you do that a lot? Did you make a lot of mixtapes?
I did. Oh, tons. I mean, it's a part of what made us podcasters, right? Is this feeling like we wanted to do this radio station kind of thing. And cassettes. I have a mixtape right here.
Yeah, look at you. This
right there.
Any covers on there?
Hear that? Oh, probably.
Probably all covers.
Yeah.
You're all covers all the time.
Well, no, not all. Definitely not all covers.
All right. Occasionally, Brian will listen
Some
to
covers.
Yeah, he'll listen to a nice Bollywood soundtrack.
That's right. Hey, there was some audio you were supposed to play from Leprechaun at the start of the show today.
Oh, I was. What was I? Oh, I was. Ah, crap.
Yeah.
This is for Randy Jordan. He made a request yesterday. Let's find it. Hold on. Here we go. Which one was it though? I don't remember.
Can't remember.
Was it?
I need big gold!
No.
Hey, Tubby, you got a light for an old leprechaun's pipe?
No.
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 It was something like "Get ready" or "It's coming." Oh, it's the phone call to the sheriff.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Did I recorded it right? Because I played it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Help, it's happening. The attack is on.
Oh, this is the one. Except that
That's
one's
the
all
one.
crusty here.
Help, it's happening.
That was supposed to be it today. Dang it. All right. Well, there it is. Hey, the morning stream.
Help, it's happening.
That is a keeper, isn't it?
It really is.
I'll put that in my little list of.
What kind of a deal?
And
Windiggy.
I'll put that in that little pile there. All right.
Perfect.
Hey, it's good to be back. It's the Monday edition of the morning stream. It's we're happy to be here. Thank you everybody for being here. I understand that the web chat is busted, and I don't know why. We'll look at that today and see what's going on. I have zero control over that, so I don't know why that's acting up. Something's changed
Weird.
on the server end, so I apologize to anybody who's watching the video and cannot get in to the normal chat room that you know without an IRC client and all of that. Because I noticed, I mean, the numbers are down, and I'm like, oh yeah, because we don't have any of the frog or the tadpooler names in there,
Right.
and that would be why. So hey, learn a chat client and go download one. They're free. It's not a big deal.
I recommend Colloquy.
Yeah, if you're on the Mac.
Textual is
Yeah.
the one I actually use right now.
Yeah,
Really, really nice, slick, Yosemite compatible.
these are Mac
Thing's
clients.
gorgeous.
If you're on the PC,
These are both Mac clients,
yeah,
yeah.
I'd recommend. Oh crap, what's the one I used to use? Shoot. Oh,
Tiny IRC or something like that. There's something like that.
Something like that. Chat room, you'll have some ideas. Oh, I guess they can't tell anyone who can't see the chat room.
XChat, HexChat.
Oh yeah, XChat's pretty good. HexChat is nice. It says, oh, they
Ice
are the
Chat.
same. XChat is now HexChat. Ice Chat. All right. What else you got there?
Hydra IRC.
Kretz. Kretz says LOL Max. What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
Lolmax.
That makes no sense to me. Unless that's a chat client I'm unfamiliar with.
Right.
Anyway, there you have it. Chatzilla, there's another one. I think that's
Sure.
a thing you install in Firefox.
I
Anyway,
think that we'll read everything they put in there.
yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Nice
All
try,
right.
Cleo.
I have some news for you. We talked last week about there's some confusion still about the history and what really went down with Pace Picante sauce commercials in the 80s when they changed it from New Jersey to New York City, or New York City to New Jersey.
New Jersey, right? Yeah.
Or whether that ever happened at all. To me, it's right up there with the mystery of the Carl's Jr. ad, where I swear there was like the most euphemistic, disgusting commercial, and then a week later, all of the gross parts were taken out. And I still can't find that commercial. That's a topic for a different day, but it's in the same vein as what we're talking about here. So we had a listener, Red, R-E-D-D, tweeted and said, look, there's a whole thing, a breakdown of what happened with that Pace deal. So I'm gonna give it to you. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Yeah,
Okay.
lay it on me.
Is your body ready? Here we go. Originally, these ads had New Jersey in place of New York City at the time these ads were new. Now, I have that backwards, but anyway. However, New York City had a better ring to it, so that overshadowed the phrase New Jersey within the years that followed. They made a couple of other cowboy-themed commercials around the Pace Picante sauce, including gimmicks such as cops eat salsa at dinner. I don't remember that.
I don't either.
Anyway, he says, let's see, I'm skipping down here. Enjoy these commercials. Okay, so here are, I want to say these are the different versions. One of them is removed, so I can't play that one. But let's see if this is the one. So here's New York. All right. Pouring it on a burrito.
Hey, Cookie, more pecani sauce.
Hey, Cookie.
This ain't paste
Oh, yeah.
pecani sauce. What's the difference?
What's the difference? Pace Picante sauce. Okay.
Vegetables is
Yeah, we got it.
stuff's made in New York City.
Okay, now his mouth said New Jersey. I'm sure of it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Now this one. It's different.
This cream cheese dip will win first prize with my secret ingredient, Pace Picante sauce. Pace in the case to Bellevue. Shoot, Pace Picante sauce alone is a secret ingredient.
Okay.
That stuff made in New York City.
Okay, now that one he says New York City. So the problem is,
Interesting.
so this website confirms, yes, they did change it and they VO'd over the top of the old one, but they don't have the old one. That's what I need. I'm looking for the freaking the what do you call it? The Maltese Falcon here. I need the
Right.
mystery item.
The missing link.
It's still missing. All right, goal, mission. Okay, there's a mission out there, and you, dear listener, are in charge of finding it. You need to find me. I've got the New York City one, obviously. I need
Right.
the one where they say New Jersey, audibly say freaking New Jersey, and no, I am sci-fi, not Jew York City. That is borderline.
New York City.
That may not even be borderline offensive. That might be actual offensive. Anyway, so help a guy out here. Throw us a bone, as it were, because I cannot for the life of me figure out where that is, and I know it existed. And then some of you out there might know what I'm talking about. There was a I don't want to get too graphic here because that's the reason they changed this commercial. But this Carl's Jr. ad had some chick in a nice convertible, some babe, right? Pull up in the convertible, eating, you know how they always do, eating the biggest burger they've ever had in their wee little hand.
Exactly, and stuff's dripping on their chest and whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
All Saving Silverman style. Anyway, that's a weird reference if you've seen that movie. But didn't she make Steve Zahn lick? Well, anyway, whatever. Steve Zahn coming up a lot in the last 24 hours. We talked about Steve Zahn a lot on Film Sack
Steve
last night.
Zahn, yeah.
It's got nothing to do with Leprechaun, yet he came up for some reason. But anyway, she pulls up in this thing, and it says, I can't even repeat it. It's so bad. Like, it really is pretty bad. Yeah, it's like even out of the standards of this show, which sometimes...
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it really was. And then they changed it to make it completely, toothless. But I can't find the original anywhere. And I know it existed. I watched them both. I'm 100% sure of this. So if you out there, listener, can find one or both of these examples and find me the two comparisons, you'll win. I'll send you a print. That's what I'll do. First guy to do it gets a free print in the mail. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
free sign
Oh,
print.
I think actually, did Ironic Name find it?
I hope not.
That's a great
Oh,
freeze
gosh.
frame on the...
No, that is not it. But wow, that is not it. That is definitely not it. But that's there you have it. Woo. Carl's Jr., dude. What they just made at some point. They said we're going to go all in on the double in entendre. I don't know whose decision that was made, Carl or was it Junior? I don't know.
Right. Well, yeah. Carl Sr. would not approve.
Yeah, it's still mad that company name is Carl's Jr. It makes no sense because it's possessive. Right. So it's like saying Carl, or is it? It's either Carl is Junior, or it's
no. It's Carl's. Like Carl is the guy who has the hamburger place. He has a junior hamburger. That's his junior.
So it's Carl's Jr.
I think that's where it came from. Yeah.
It should just be called Carl Jr. It's a better name for a restaurant. I mean,
I don't know.
Carl's Jr. And they bought Hardee's, which I freaking loved. You bastards. All right, let's call Daryl because I got nothing else to say about that. Nothing, Brian. Sorry, I got to still lean away to add people to the call because
okay, all right.
I don't have that hooked up yet. It's been a little busy. I haven't had the time I'd like, do what I want to do and have what I want to have. All right, hold on. Here we go. Daryl's time begins with this. It's Stump a Truck Nerd, brought to you by...
Hi, Scott. I was hoping to mention Movember, so I would appreciate it if you could mention it sometime during November. For the month, I'll be shaving off my beard and growing a luscious mo to help raise awareness for men's health, encourage men to be more open to seeking help when they're sick, and make sure they get a checkup at least once a year. The event also raises money for prostate and testicular cancer research and mental health. Go to movember.co/moborrows to donate or movember.com to find out more.
It's a good idea.
So the deal with Carl's Jr. is that this guy Carl had a hot dog stand and drive-in restaurants, a drive-in restaurant called Carl's Drive-In Barbecue. Then he opened smaller restaurants to sell stuff, and he called those Carl's Jr. Like they were junior versions of the larger restaurant that he opened.
But the big one doesn't exist anymore, right?
I have no idea if the actual Carl's Drive-In Barbecue still exists. It was in Los Angeles, and maybe somebody out there can tell us.
Well, it says right here, Carl Karchner, he founded the company in July 17th, my birthday, in 1941. Not my birthday. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I don't know if the actual original Carls are there. But I've never had a good experience there. This is the place I got the salad with the dirt clod in it. I told you about. I had a big dirt clod.
Oh, right.
Not only a dirt clod, but
you're getting salad at a fast food place. There's your problem.
That was a big mistake. You're not wrong about that. That's generally a bad idea. Although I got to say the salads over at Chick-fil-A aren't bad. Pretty good salads. Yeah, fresh and lots of good leafy stuff and all that's good. But what was my point? My point was that it came in like this. It looked like a dirt clod. Well, it looked like a turd, really. It was like a just ball, right? And then but I tapped it with the fork. I never ate it, so that's good. But I tapped it with the fork, and it opened and went the turkey in Family Vacation or Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
Except it was all dirt like magic sand in there.
Oh.
Yeah, it was awful. It was terrible.
Yeah.
That and the footprint in the burger at Wendy's. I can't go to either of those places anymore.
We don't need any of that.
Yeah, it's not good. Daryl, you on the line there, buddy?
I am.
Oh, fantastic. It's good to hear from you and be with you. Daryl, I want to share, since you've shared with us some of your weird audio from when you were a kid, I found more. I'm going to play this with some trepidation because, I don't know, I'm just nervous about it. So you heard me laughing. All right. Annoying kid. He's just annoying as hell. Here I am at 11 years old talking to my brother and my sister about the dog crapping on the floor. And this is just a random conversation morning after Christmas, which would be because I just got this tape recorder and I recorded everything I could. Now, what's weird about this recording is I was born and raised here in Salt Lake City. I have no reason to have a weird Southern accent.
Okay.
But here it is anyway. So help me explain this. Here you go.
She let Muffin in during the night at 12:06.
Well, hold on. 12:06.
Well, it's like listening to Opie Taylor. All
I
of a
know. It's super annoying. All right, this is short. Here you go.
She let Muffin in during the night at 12:06, and she wasn't supposed to. Now Muffin had diarrhea in the front room.
She did.
Yeah, and then this morning Mom put her back in, and then let her out again. Ever she told her not to.
Oh my gosh, I sound like some idiot.
Welcome to Mayberry.
What is with that? I don't know what that is. I don't like that at all. Don't like it.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I'm going to capture a bunch of crap, and if any of it is worthy of the show, we'll play it.
Nice. I keep waiting for you to play like a
Yeah.
It begins.
My testing, yeah, all that. The things I do all the time.
My limp penis.
No, not that either.
Nope, not that one.
Not that one. That would be before its time. Daryl, it's good to have you back. And how's your phaser coming? I saw some progress on Twitter today. It's looking good.
Yeah, it's coming along good. I can't find the right paint for the small phaser that fits inside the big one.
Wait, you've got a phaser inside of a phaser?
It's
yeah, you know how they have the phaser type 1, the little tiny one.
Yeah.
The one that goes zert.
Right.
Yeah.
And you put that inside the big one.
Hold on, zert. Let me make sure I remember how that sounds. There you go.
Zert.
That one right there.
Yeah.
So, it's like a Russian nesting doll in a weird way, isn't it?
Well, sort of. Only that the small one doesn't look anything like the big one.
That's right.
It looks like a
that.
shaver.
Yeah, of course. My swarm won't make anything out of that clip at all. He won't see any innuendo there. All right. Well, let's find out today how you do with the Star Trek trivia, because that's what we do on this segment. You come on, you do Star Trek trivia, and today's no different. Today's question is about an original series episode. Before we get to it, though, it's mashup day, and Mike sent this, and I have no idea what's in here. Probably ball references, so let's find out. Here you go. It's not those camel balls, right? Testicle. Oh,
Liquid-filled, extra sour camel balls.
Why don't you eat a camel nut or whatever? Are you eating a camel ball?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, not bad.
It's better than this.
Oh wow, these camel balls. Were yours all gooey and sticky?
My balls?
Your camel balls, yes.
Yes, they were. Brian, what do you know about real camel testicles? They're all gum. Come on.
Not true. Good point.
So you still have other balls in the air.
My favorite word is penis. I prefer man wiener if I'm going to pick.
Does his wiener stick to things?
Amazing pork sausage.
Sausage.
They're all so ball related still.
They really are. I don't feel like we talk about balls that much on the show, but
so many balls. So apparently we talk about balls all the time.
I can't tell where the fake show ends and the real show begins.
I know. I can't tell either. There's things from like years ago in there. Like every time Veronica says something about a sausage, that's like circa 2011 or something. Anyway, thanks, Mike. All right, here's your question. The original series episode had an episode called The Private Little War, or A Private Little War. The Klingons are furnishing a tribe with weapons. Furnishing, it's a weird word. That are far more advanced than anything they already have. The Klingons tell these tribesmen they will improve these weapons for doing their dirty work. One improvement, or as he wrote, one improvement is a more secure storage on the gun for the gunpowder. What is the next improvement the Klingons say they will add to these guns? Is it A, multi-round magazines, B, a rifled barrel, C, improved sights, or D, a recoil-absorbing stock? So multi-round magazine, rifle barrel, improved sights, or recoil-absorbing stock.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is a tricky one, I think.
Interesting. It says.
I feel like it is. Anyway.
Are you hungry? Aren't you hungry? What's a foodie?
We have from a listener to test today vanilla Turkish taffy from Jim in West Valley City, Utah. The Utah in the Clip Clop.
In the Clip Clop. So Daryl, you don't have yours with you?
I had it all ready to bring, and I forgot it.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. The best thing about it really is just that the logo looks like a penis. That's the best thing about it.
It totally does.
Yeah. Did he do the photocopy on your sheet as well? Of the
He did, yeah,
okay,
with
good.
the little not really photoshopping, but just kind of turning it sideways.
Yeah, and put a little hair on it. You see that down there? Little hair lines.
Oh.
That guy's a jokester. He also sent teeth or floss stick things, but that was a joke. He told me. He says you don't really need it.
Yeah. Well, apparently this stuff is so.
We need to. We're gonna give this a try, and Daryl will just try this on his own, I suppose. This is all we have.
So you got to beat the crap out of it while it's still in the package.
So is that what he says to do? Break it? Vanilla Turkish taffy. Okay. Are you supposed to break it?
Ooh. Well, yeah. Hold bar and palm of hand. Strike against a flat surface to break into bite-sized pieces. 3.
Okay.
Let candy melt in your mouth.
Well, that sounds probably not annoying at all at home as I do that right near my microphone. It's probably not a problem at all.
Actually, wasn't that bad. I think
Okay.
I might have pulverized mine into. Oh, look at that! It's all white. It's
It is all white. Oh, you know what this is like? Well, you'd think. I mean, vanilla you'd want to be white, right? But it reminds me of tooth enamel. Look at that. This reminds me of the thing it's going to pull out. So.
Right. Oh yeah, I really beat the tar out of mine.
Okay. It smells like paint and plastic.
Mm-hmm. It does.
The Turkish people are they do not have a lot of high standards when it comes to their taffy. All right, here we go. I really don't want to pull out a bridge or something.
No, yeah.
Or crown. You don't have any crazy, do you have any crazy like bridge work or anything that you'd have to?
No. Fortunately, nothing that I need to be worried about.
I do. So you could eat a big hunk and not think twice about it.
That's what this reminds me of, is Big Hunk.
Yeah, this is very big hunky. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't taste as bad as it smells. It smells terrible.
I think it smells fine.
Maybe it's the wrapper. Maybe I'm smelling the metallic hoo-ha there.
It could be.
Well, that's all right, Daryl. You'll like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I could have eaten it with you.
Oh. Sorry, man. You'll have to eat your Bonomo penis brand vanilla Turkish taffy all on your own. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Well, there's that. We enjoyed it. Now
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, thanks, Jim from Salt Lake. How'd you get this? I wonder, because they don't sell these here.
You go to Turkey.
I love these. I love locals though. Guys that write in, it's great. All right, so tell me, Daryl, do we have a birthday of someone in Star Trek of significance that we'd like to celebrate today?
We do, and that would be Robert Picardo. He's 61 today. He was the EMH on Voyager.
The Doctor.
Yeah. I follow him on Twitter. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks just the same. He hasn't really aged.
Yeah, he's great in lots of things. I really liked him on Stargate, and what was the other thing?
Hell of a singer too.
Yeah, he is a good singer.
Yeah.
He can belt it out. Something else I saw him in that was creepy. What was it? He was a real weirdo in it. I don't remember now. Can't recommend what I don't know, so I won't tell you. All right, well, that means back to the point here. Daryl, let's get back to the question. Is this a hard one, by the way? If you had to assess today's question compared to others, would you say, oh yeah, this is right up there on the difficulty scale?
Yeah, I would say that.
Because this is a very specific question, regardless of how many times you've seen A Private Little War.
Yeah, and I don't really think about little things like whatever that improvement was.
And hold on, let's back this up a sec. Do we still feel, where are we with doctors? Give me your current ranking on Star Trek doctors. Who do you like the most to the least? You don't have to do them all, I guess, but who's your favorite? Let's say your top three.
McCoy, of course. And Bone Lady.
Bone Lady?
Crusher.
Skeletor. Yeah.
Oh, all right. All right.
And well, let's see who gets third place. Oh, probably Robert Picardo.
Yeah, probably the Doctor. Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah.
Really? See, I would put Bashir up there.
Oh, I hate
don't like
Bashir.
at all.
Bashir's annoying.
Wow, you guys don't like
at
Bashir?
He's at the bottom. He's below Pulaski.
I'd put
What
him
about
at
Phlox?
I'd put him below Phlox.
Wow.
I don't care for Phlox.
I don't love Phlox either, but I'm not. I'd like Bashir less. I've never liked Bashir. It drives me nuts.
You know, as far as the Doctor goes, he was a good Doctor.
All he did was
He was
sit
just a
around and
little,
go, "Oh man, I
arrogant.
wish I was making out with Dax half the time."
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
who wouldn't you?
Yeah, she was pretty. I remember when she left that show to do Becker. Do you remember Becker?
Oh yeah,
The Ted
she was on
Danson
Becker?
thing? Yeah, she was the Becker bartender in Becker. And that was the reason she
Oh,
left.
That's right. And they brought in the new gal.
Mm-hmm. The little the shorty one, I can't think of her name.
Right.
Who was she was okay, but it's hard to do that to a show and not be resentful. You know?
Totally. Yeah.
She was good though. All right, anyway. Yeah, Becker wasn't very good. It was kind of a bad move, I think, for her. Where are we? What are we doing? Oh yeah. This whole thing. This thing with trivia here. So, multi-round magazine, rifled barrel, improved sights, recoil absorbing stock. Where do you stand? What do you think?
I think it's B or C. Rifled barrel. I think both of these might have been mentioned. Improved sight.
Why were they furnishing them with old-timey weapons, or what would have been old-timey weapons, you know? Is it just because...
to try to keep it even.
Okay.
They didn't want to give them a huge advantage.
All right. Well, I mean, the Klingons just suddenly had a bunch of stock of, like, old... Like World War II era guns.
Sure, it's like 2.0. We have the new 3.0 models coming out. Just give them all of our old 2.0 stuff.
All right. Like
And I think they wanted to give them something that they could make themselves.
Okay.
B or C? Well, my first thought was B, and then I changed it to C. I think I should stay... Well, maybe they did the rifle barrel improvement, and then the next thing was going to be sights.
I don't know.
Oh, you know.
I have no idea.
You're not telling me.
I do know from this list, yes. That episode is completely beyond me. I don't remember it at all.
No, I remember. It was okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to stay with my first choice, which is B, and is probably wrong, sending me down a losing streak for the whole week, and my week will be destroyed.
My dad used to say, go with your gut. He always says, go with your gut. So if that's what your gut says, let's find out.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
You did it. Nicely done. It's a rifled barrel. The next improvement offered is a rifled barrel that the Klingons say will make the guns fire further and straighter. Here's a clip of this going down right here.
It's hard to divide one woman.
Give her to the man who killed the most of her people. The others will see the profit in bravery. I'll make a Klingon of you yet. Now, your next improvement. Notice what we've done to the striker. See how it holds the priming powder more securely? Fewer misfires. When I return, we will give you other improvements. A rifled barrel.
What?
A way to shoot further and straighter.
Yeah. Why does he sound like Chief Sitting Bull or whatever?
I know. It's like the Klingons sure sounded different in TOS, man.
They've made a real turn, I think.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Daryl. You've pretty much said to us that you plan on making this week your 100% week. No pressure.
I guess so.
Yeah, we'll see how you do. Daryl's the Trek Nerd on Twitter and at This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com, and a little show called The Grumpy Cast. Daryl, now play a game with us called, is it a Star Trek thing or a sweaty monkey or whatever it is? What is it?
Well, close. The Star Trek drink or actual drink?
Star Trek drink. All right, here's your
drink.
Here's your theme.
Nothing lasts forever.
All right, go ahead.
Star Drifter.
Star Drifter. That sounds like a Star Trek drink.
Oh, well, I was going to say, it seems like a real drink that just sounds like they would, because they wouldn't call something on Star Trek a Star Drifter.
Really?
I'll drink a Star Drifter. No, it's all going to be like Talarian Fizz and Romulan Ale and...
That's true. Klingon...
Binar urine.
It just goes beep, 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 beep the whole time. That's it. Sounds like when they pee.
I would lean towards real, but
No.
I've been
I
wrong
always
a lot on this before.
You drink more than me. I almost said you drink a lot, but what I meant to say is you drink more than I do, which is to say I don't drink at all. So I have no idea. So I'm going to go with your gut on this. We'll say it's a drink, a real one.
Okay. It is a drink ordered by Kira at Quark's Bar on Deep Space Nine.
Damn it. I forgot about the Quark. See, Quark would do weird, his drinks are going to be more varied. It'll be less of,
it just seems like a dumb thing. Like you're always out in space. So why name a drink a Star Drifter?
You're like a star drifter? Well,
not water. Are we all drifting through the stars?
It is a dumb name.
It is a dumb name, but nonetheless, you fooled us, Daryl. You fooled us. All right, I got to reach over here to kill him. There we go. He's gone now. He's dead.
Star Drifter.
I know, it's pretty dumb. Where are we? Oh, yeah.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
It's the news.
And it's brought to you by Andrew J.L. Leather. Help me make this my full-time job. I've been making leather cigar cases, pipe bags, and accessories for 2 years now as a side business, and I'd like to quit my day job to support my family and make this my full-time gig. Get yourself a completely custom cigar case with practically anything you want tooled on it. From initials to a logo, I can do just about anything you'd want or work with you to customize a case. And newly added to my line of products are leather masks in the likeness of Leatherface or some other creepy murdering weapon-wielding psycho. Get yours now as a perfect Halloween costume edition. See examples of my work and order now at andrewjl.com. That's andrewjl.com.
Hey, I was thinking when we double up on Film Sack this weekend, we should do the normal one and then another commentary one. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, sure.
I don't know what we think of that. We should do that. Because it means less time, and also just those are fun.
Those are fun. People love them.
Yeah, people love them. They eat them up, those people. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. We got a little news for you.
All right, let's hear it.
CVS and Rite Aid have disabled all their Apple Pay and Google Wallet NFC receivers. I've never seen, let me just say, dude, I have never seen Android and iOS people more united than they are today.
No kidding, yeah.
Because this is... and people were excited because Apple seemed like, well, they often can kind of come in, and if they adopt a technology, quite often, at least in this space, it will be more widely adopted. That benefits Android NFC users. That benefits, obviously, iOS people. Like, it's just a good thing overall, and it's also just good to propel this payment system forward generally, come up with a standard that works, beef it up, make it more secure, blah, blah, blah. All right?
Right.
Rite Aid and CVS have their own plans. And all of them involve scanning our QR codes off of your phone screen.
Right. And not tied into a credit card, but tied into like prepaid Rite Aid and CVS cards.
It's freaking bullcrap. Now, not only that, here's the article I read was really interesting on this point. It says, here's what Google and Apple get that the rest of the financial industry and retailers don't get. And that is the only way that consumers like you and I are going to adopt a different payment system than the credit cards we already have in our pockets is if it's as easy or easier than using credit cards.
Right.
If it's harder, takes more work, means you got to hand your phone to some stranger and have them drop it while they're trying to scan something on the screen, that is not easier.
It's not. It's totally like,
it's
hold on,
harder.
hold on, pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. Okay, hold on here. Oh, nope, hold on. I had to click OK to that message. Okay, hold on one second.
It's much harder because these systems are built into the phones. That's key. What they're trying to do is based on their store's app, and that means you got to have a different app for every store that may want to do their own freaking thing. It is the most backward-ass, DivX-brained thing I've heard since DivX, to be honest. Remember DivX?
I totally remember DivX.
Oh, my gosh. So... It's now this would have been bad enough news because you're like, well, maybe I'll just maybe we won't go to Rite Aid and CVS and maybe I'll take everything over there to what do you call
Walgreens.
them? Walgreens, sure, or somebody else.
I used it at Walgreens yesterday or 2 days ago, as a matter of fact.
Right, let them benefit from the 10 million new iPhones and the millions more Android QR or NFC enabled phones. Let's go do those guys and let Apple Pay and Google Wallet do their job. Well, today, breaking news. And this story is developing, I guess. But Walmart, Best Buy, and somebody else are all ganging up too and
turning
off NFC devices.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, because they all have plans for their own shitty QR code bullshit.
Best Buy even? It's
Yep.
like, okay, I can believe, who was the other one? There was one other one you mentioned that was like, okay, whatever. Walmart.
But that's big.
Yeah.
Walmart's big, dude.
Yeah, they are big, but
The biggest, I should add. They're the largest retailer in this country. And if they're banning it, so here it is. The Apple Pay. I can't find it now. I had the link and I've lost it. Crap. Anyway, if that's true and they stick to their guns, that's a blow to the whole thing. But what needs to happen is, I don't know how you fix this. Like, I don't know. If these guys are bound and determined to do their QR code nightmare, well, here's two things that'll happen. One, okay, great. Apple Pay will fail. Google Wallet will fail. NFC will fail. No standard will come of this. And then consumers lose on that end. But then those guys will lose too because no one's going to adopt their shitty thing.
Right, exactly.
Nobody's going to do their individual, I got to have a Walmart app? Well, I sure hope that works on my phone. Oh,
Right.
great. Oh, you dropped my thing? Well, are you going to pay for that because you cracked my screen, you big idiot? Like, oh, it won't scan? Why? Well, the lights in here are too bright. We didn't think about that when it came to the freaking the Samsung Note 4 or whatever. Galaxy Note 4 doesn't work the same. Oh, the scanner's too big. Like, all this BS is what's going to happen, and nobody's going to want these because they're basically, what are they, like here at the local grocery store they call them a fresh values card. But the idea,
like a loyalty card.
Yeah, that's what they're basically establishing. Prepaid, weird bank. They'll have some arrangements with certain banks. It sucks. So, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
I could not be more irritated about it. Now, I understand that big, sweeping, revolutionary change in the way products work and stuff. I understand that takes time. I also know it takes resistance. That's how this stuff works. We didn't. Women couldn't vote because just one day somebody went, "Hey, you know what? We ought to let women vote." It didn't work like that. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into major changes. I'm not comparing this to the suffrage movement. Okay, everybody, calm down. Don't send me your emails. I'm just saying that big changes like this, I realize. But the thing is, this doesn't really give, it gives Apple and Google a leg up in terms of who's adopting the standard. But the whole point is it becomes a standard. The near field communication standard isn't an Apple thing, isn't a Google thing. It's a thing anybody can use. So guess what? Here's what you do, Apple, or here's what you do, Walmart. And this could be anti-competitive, by the way. This could end up in court. Because this is Google, or this is Walmart basically saying, we're going to do our own thing and make it so it's impossible for anyone else to do their thing. What they should do is do their own thing and compete directly with it. In other words, let's see who wins the battle. If your fancy Walmart shit's so great, then put it up against the standard and let's see how you do. Well, they're not willing to do that. They're just going to shut it off. That's literally what they did. They have these terminals already. They're shutting them off.
It's so ridiculous.
It sucks. It totally sucks. So, I mean, part of me is heartened to see all my iOS and Android brethren working together toward a common goal here.
Right.
But on the other hand, F you,
all right,
Walmart.
so rise up with me, people.
Yeah.
Here's what you need to do. Walk into a Rite Aid, walk into a CVS, and fill a cart with products, right?
Yeah.
Take it up to the front, have them ring everything up, then pull out your iPhone or your Android, your Google Wallet, and act like you're ready to pay. And then when they say, "Oh, no, I'm sorry, we don't have those on anymore," you say, "Oh, really? Okay," and just leave.
Yeah, leave the cart there.
Make them put all those products back. Make them void out that transaction. If we all do this, people,
then we can make a real change.
Starting a revolution. I'm Che Guevara for the Apple Pay and Google Wallet people.
I want you on a T-shirt, all red and yellow and stuff.
With a big star behind
Yeah,
it.
I like it. It's funny. I mean, we're laughing, but it actually might make a difference if everybody did that.
Yeah.
And
go like through the entire store and like pick random, from every different department.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's to me, this all seems insane. The entire thing seems insane. Good news,
does,
though.
yeah.
I just figured out while I was trying to find this other article. Google News is now its own app and available on Google Play and the iOS App Store. So probably worth getting. I like Google News. The Google News app. So instead of having to look at it through your little browser or whatever, you can get an app. I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Lately, I really like the Google apps. They've been good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've been great.
Oh,
I like how they
gotta-
kind of split them apart, like the sheets and the documents. Really, really cool stuff.
I had a fan send me an invite to the new inbox thing.
Mhm.
I think I might be hooked on it. I think that might be the way I read.
Oh, that new Google Inbox thing?
Yeah, it's really good. It's an invite only. As soon as they give me some invites, I'll give you one. But it's super cool. I really like it a lot. Anyway, I'll talk about that more as I've had more time with it. Okay, now on to some news that you guys are used to getting from us. And I'm sure Tom will have things to say on Wednesday, by the way, about this.
Totally. Yeah.
This
And
will-
then probably by then, who knows what other wrinkles will happen in the story.
Right. I got some wrinkles for you right now.
And people don't really do this, by the way. I don't want to. E. Kardashinsky did point out, it's like, yeah, it's really gonna make life hell for the cashier. It's gonna make life hell for the manager has to come over. But the people who are actually making the decision are not the cashier or the shift leader.
Yeah, but the guys who make the decisions will surely see when their employees are pissed and complaining and threatening to quit or walk out, and
that's true. All
or
right.
you need more money because they all had to spend overtime restocking the shelves because 50,000 carts are out there.
Okay, so if you do decide to do this,
Yeah, trickle down, baby.
Just don't put my name.
Yeah,
on
just
it.
don't use Brian's name. Yeah, pretend you heard it somewhere else. Man accidentally texts, quote, "You have some weed?" ? To his probation officer.
Great.
Georgia man. All right, we haven't done one of these in a while. What's his power?
No, Georgia man. Looks like a giant peach, but can live in up to 200 degrees heat Excelsior.
Wow.
I wasn't even prepared.
I like
for that
it
one
though.
at
It's
all.
all right. That's a formidable looking dude if he's like a giant peach.
Impervious to hot sweat.
To heat and sweat.
Yes.
A Georgia man is back behind bars after mistakenly sending a text to request marijuana to the worst person imaginable. Alvin Cross Jr. of Albany accidentally sent a text message reading, "You have some weed," to his probation officer, and Cross was on probation after being sentenced to 15 years in prison for armed robbery, an offense in 2006. In response to the text, law enforcement raided Cross's residence, where they discovered a big pile of cocaine, big bag of the stuff.
Whoops.
Yeah, he pleaded guilty on Monday and was sentenced to a year in prison again. And he asked his probate officer for weed. Good man.
Nicely done.
Good job, buddy. You're a hell of a thing. All right, I have got to talk about our friends at Casper, but before I do, I want to make sure that they didn't change. There was talk of a code change, and I just want to make sure that we didn't have that change. Hold on. Sorry. I thought I knew this. Oh, here we go. Oh, it did change, so I'm glad I checked. All right. Hey, Casper. I have a Casper mattress. All right? He's not the friendly mattress. Not like that. Not like Casper the friendly mattress.
Right. Yeah.
He's not a ghost. He is an awesome, huge mattress, a king-size mattress that Kim and I now sleep on. And man, I have had so many better nights because of this thing. My favorite thing about it is the old one had a big dip in it because I don't know why. You just have it long enough, like 9 years or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Just had this
it
big
starts
dip.
to develop a big butt dip.
Yeah, and it still had this big like orange juice spill on it from one of the kids when they were younger. I mean, it was a 9-year-old mattress. And it was just sucking it. And you're like, this thing's supposed to last 20 years, but this is just terrible. We get this Casper. Oh, man. So nice. Fraction of the cost, by the way. That's my favorite part because I'm feeling so cheap after this wedding last month. By the way, it's been a month. Still very expensive even a month later. And they are revolutionizing the way mattresses work and the way the industry works as well. They cut the cost on dealing with the resellers and the showrooms and all the middlemen, and they pass that savings directly to you, the consumer. They are obsessively engineered, and they're at a very fair price. This latex and memory foam combination in their engineering is really what's making the difference for me, and it feels really, really good. They understand the importance of truly trying out a mattress that you can spend maybe a third of your life laying on. So they'll do this. You send it in, you order the thing, they send it out to you. You have a 100-day period. 100 freaking days.
Wow.
You don't have to go to a showroom and sleep on somebody's weird showroom mattress. You get the thing.
Turn the lights down, please.
You get 100 days with this thing, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. It's that simple. They'll even cover the shipping. It's bananas. Look at this. Here's some prices. You can get a Casper mattress for $500 for a twin or $950 for a king-size mattress. Those prices are ridiculously low. Compare this to industry averages, and you'll find how cheap that really is. You can save an additional $50 as one of our audience members by going to the Casper.com/morningstream link. That's Casper.com/morningstream. We got a little landing page there, and enter the code morningstream. So it's Casper.com/morningstream and the code morningstream. That'll save $50 off one of these fantastic mattresses. They're really, really great. Go check them out today. That's Casper.com. All right. Let's do one of these.
Chairman J. Parnell Thomas of New Jersey opens an inquiry into possible communist penetration of the Hollywood film industry.
It's Celebrity Poopin' is brought to you by
Tech Phoenix 2014 is next month, November 15th and 16th at the University Advancing Technology in Tempe, Arizona. This year we have Allison Michaels, Director of Education Programs and Services at Hootsuite for our keynote session, and Ruth Carter, a real-life lawyer, is closing out our formal speaking sessions. Session tracks include audio, visual, writing, blogging, marketing, business, social, and coding geekery. Tickets are available for only $12 at techphx.com/register. That's techphx.com/register. And use the code TMS during checkout to get 50% off the ticket price. After you buy your tickets, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/techpx to keep up to date with all the exciting news about the event. I hope to see all my fellow Arizona tadpoolers there.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. All right. The box office was ruled this weekend by Ouija. Or as my son tried to pronounce, Dad, what's Ouija? He said. I said, well, that's not how you say it, son. The supernatural horror film Ouija. It is how you say it, right? Ouija.
Ouija, yeah.
Like a Ouija board.
Ouija board.
Ouija board? Ouija? I always thought it was Ouija. Ouija? Yeah, whatever.
I thought it was Ouija, but hey, whatever. What do I know?
What do we? Well, we're just a couple of dummies. They had a strong debut at the box office. Taking in $20 million and ending the weekend in first place, according to Box Office Mojo. With a more modest opening, Keanu Reeves' thriller John Wick came in at number 2. I don't know anything about John Wick. Do you know anything about that?
Nothing at all.
Okay. I mean, I like Keanu Reeves.
The ad made me think it was like a Jack Reacher kind of parallel thing.
Yeah, probably.
John Wick.
He's burning his candle at both ends. That's a good tagline for a guy named Wick.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Fall TV popularity. Oh, whoops, sorry, that last thing's a bad copy. Last week's top film was Brad Pitt's Fury. I keep saying it that way. My brother-in-law went and saw this, and I think he really liked it.
Really?
Yeah, that Fury deal.
I saw Gone Girl. I haven't seen Fury.
No, how was Gone Girl?
Gone Girl was excellent.
Is it? I keep hearing everybody saying that it's just no. You don't like anybody. Everyone sucks. Is that true? Like, there's no likable people.
Yeah, there's maybe one likable person in the whole thing.
Yeah, is it the wife or is it? It's not Ben Affleck.
It's not the wife. It's not. No, the one likable person for me was Tyler Perry's character.
Oh,
Medea. He comes and he plays Medea.
With him branching out and stuff, it's weird because when I see him, I just go, "That looks like Medea in opposite drag."
Right.
That's
right,
just Medea
right.
dressed like
Alex
a dude.
Cross thing and this, yeah.
Can't take it serious.
Anyway. No, I really enjoyed it, and the less you know about it, the better going into it because it's fantastic.
I know virtually nothing about that.
Yeah, you should go see it.
It's
it was one of those movies that I thought about a lot after I saw it, like for several days. Like, wow, okay, that's dark.
That sounds like what's his name movie to me? What's his name?
Fincher.
David Fincher. I love his movie.
He did such a great job, and he's got his fingerprints all over that thing.
All right, well, I'm in. I'll see it. It dropped to third place with 13 million. Fury did, followed by Gone Girl with 11.1 and The Book of Life 9.8. What is Book of Life? What the hell is that?
That's the animated thing, and I hear that's really good too.
Wait, it's animated?
It is. It almost looks like Box Trolls as far as like the style, like the Henry Selick kind of style.
Oh, right.
Looks really cool.
Stop motion-y deal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and people really like this. Rotten Tomatoes 80%. That's good. Okay, I may have to. I didn't realize that's what that was. I kept hearing about it. Is it 3D?
Yeah, it's.
Or is it actually?
It's really it is 3D. It's computer.
Okay.
Computer animated, but
Cheech Marin's in it.
Yeah,
And
it looks really, really good. And people are saying it's full of covers, so I bought the soundtrack this morning.
Okay. All right. I'm in. All right. Moving on. Marcia Strassman. She's the actress known from Welcome Back, Kotter. She was the wife with the big glasses.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Gabe.
Mrs. Carter.
Yeah, Mrs. Cotter. Mrs. Cotter. Come on. Also, she was the wife in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. For those who maybe remember from that. She died of breast cancer at 66.
Oh.
I know, it's sad. Let's see here. She was 66
she was
years
in Tremors, too.
She had a 7-year battle with that thing. Good Lord.
Oh, jeez.
She was the funniest, smartest person I ever met, unquote, says the actress sister Julie Strassman told Deadline.com. And talented. She knew everything, and now won't be able to call her and ask her questions. Her 5-decade career started with guest appearances on The Patty Duke Show before appearing as Nurse Margie Cutler in 6 episodes of MASH. I don't remember that, but that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I see a photo of that. It's like, oh, I totally remember her. Yeah, I think she was hooking up with Hawkeye. But I guess
really?
You could say that about every nurse in
He hooked up with everybody but Radar, pretty much.
Right.
But she remains best loved as the on-screen wife of Gabe Cotter, a Brooklyn high school teacher played by Gabe Kaplan in the Welcome Back, Kotter series. Kaplan would end every episode by telling Strassman characters a ridiculous anecdote about one of his family members. Oh, that's right. He'd sit down.
Yeah.
That was the key.
It's like my old Uncle Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'd have to sit and listen to it. That's too bad. She seems so nice, that lady.
Yeah.
She's gone. Cancer, you suck, man.
Mm-hmm.
Screw cancer. I was at the hospital yesterday and was seeing my father-in-law's in there for another surgery today actually, at 10. And not father-in-law. What is he? Stepfather. Yeah.
Yep.
And even then I got an email the other day. So did your parents get divorced? No. My dad died. My mom met this guy. They got married. That's how he's my stepdad. Anyway, I didn't grow up with him. He came like 12 years ago. Anyway, bottom line. What's the bottom line? Oh, I saw some cancer patients and it just made me sad. I just can't stand it. Just people all wasted away and it's awful. What a terrible
so
freaking
hard.
thing.
Yeah.
Sponsoring today's show, tweakedaudio.com, with 5 styles, 7 colors, and all designed to sound great with your music, your talk, your podcast, whatever it is you want to put in your ear holes. Designed to sound great with all of those. And compatibility with your iPhone, your Android phone, your iPod, your MP3 players of all ilks. Lifetime warranty on it all. Go to tweakedaudio.com and use the code STREAM at checkout for a third off the price. Brian, we're going to take a break. When we come back, major spoilers will be here and your emails. Veronica's doing a IBM Connect conference today. She's being kind of MC there and introducing people and stuff. So she will, will not be here. She's on stage. I think she's introducing what's his name? Grant Imahara's keynote today. So
that's cool. Is she saying something like Grant Imahara is my bitch?
Yeah, probably, and something about sausages and get out of the line.
I'm in line. God.
Anyway, she'll be back next week, but we'll get to all that in a minute. Brian's got music. What do you got?
Here's what I've got. It's going out to Amy in Portlandia. I almost combined.
Amia, that's
did a little
awesome.
portmanteau. Amia.
I like it.
Hi, Boot Scoot and Boogie. I'd like to request a song that be played sometime the week before or after my anniversary with my wonderful husband, Clark. November 2nd will be our first anniversary, and it's been a great first year as married peoples. In our early years together, Clark introduced me to the glory of the magnetic fields, and I've loved them ever since. It's funny, actually, we talked about Veronica because she was the one who suggested I do a magnetic fields cover story, and I'd never heard of them before. So she was the one who got me started on listening to them.
She turned you on to it, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that, but that's exactly right. Yes.
All right.
Clark introduced me to the glory of the magnetic fields, and I've loved them ever since. Our first dance was to Nothing Matters When We're Dancing, so it'd be great to hear a cover of that if one exists, but anything lovey from 69 Love Songs or Stephen Merritt will suffice. Stubbed my toe, yo, Amy in Portlandia.
Nice.
So, so they put out this 3-disc album called 69 Love Songs, and a little while later, a bunch of people got together, Absolutely Cuckoo got together, and it was a bunch of different independent Minnesota bands, and they covered all 69 tracks on the 69 Love Songs album. Really, really good stuff. It's not, there's no like throwaway, like, all right, well, only about 8 of the 69 tracks are actually really good.
Yeah.
It's all really, really good. And one of the tracks on there is this one by the Como Avenue Jug Band. Yes, you've got it. It's some great bluegrass stuff here. It is Nothing Matters When We're Dancing by the Como Avenue Jug Band from Absolutely Cuckoo. Minnesota covers the 69 Love Songs.
Dance with me, my old friend, once before we go. Let's pretend this song won't end, and we'll never have to go home. And we'll dance among the chandeliers. Nothing matters when we're dancing. Tatter, tatters, you're entrancing. Here in Paris or in Branson. Nothing matters when we're dancing. Nothing matters when we're dancing.
You've never been more beautiful. Your eyes like two full moons. As here in this poor old dance hall, among the dreadful tunes, the awful songs we don't even hear. And nothing matters when we're dancing. Tatter, tatters, you're entrancing. Be we in Paris or in Branson. Nothing matters when we're dancing.
And nothing matters when we're dancing. Tatter, tatters, you're entrancing. In Paris or in Branson. Matters when we're dancing.
Nothing matters when we're dancing.
Earlier this evening, you saw this handkerchief untie its own knot. Well, you're saying to yourself, it's a trick handkerchief. Well, just to prove that there's no hanky-panky going on, pardon the pun, I need a volunteer to come up and put a knot in this handkerchief. Somebody who can really tie a knot. Is there anybody here that knows how to tie?
I'll tell knot neck turkey.
I wonder which one he's calling a turkey. Well, just step right over here, and what I'll ask you to do is just tie the ends together and make a real knot out of it. You do it yourself. Just tie the ends.
I'll tie it tight, all right. You want it with or without your neck inside?
Oh, no, without, please. I need my neck to keep my head on.
I can fix that, too.
Help! Help! It's happening!
Do dogs have brains? Because I'd like seriously wanted to know. This is the morning stream.
And we're back. Hello and welcome back.
Where are these Mr. T clips with laugh tracks coming from?
So I've been on the hunt for Halloween stuff for the show, right?
Uh-huh.
And just trying to have stuff every day until the end of the week this week. And I ran into this thing where it's some weird primetime ABC Halloween spook and whatever party special. And it's Mr. T's all in this thing, like kept coming up like they had a magic act where he would go up and assist and make these terrible jokes with this awful laugh track that was clearly canned. Like it was bad. And I would say this is like circa 85 or 84 maybe. It's awesome. It's real bad, terrible stuff and worth your time. It's on YouTube, everybody. Go watch it. Go check it out.
Awesome.
All right. Oh, hey, it's you know what it is? It's Steven
What is
time.
it?
Steven time.
Yay!
I gotta lean over. Hold on. I hate leaning over. Okay, I'm gonna fix that today. That's pissing me off. All right, here we go. It's Steven time, and that means all the way from Kansas City, everybody. It's Steven Schleicher. Yeehaw!
Kansas City.
Get a rope.
Hey man, I heard your little kid voice, so
Oh gosh, isn't it bad? It's bad. It's so bad, and I'm so annoying. There are other ones. Let's see, I didn't copy any of these others out, but I have some other ones where I am just the most annoying little white boy. Like I just want to punch myself. I hear myself and go, "You're so annoying. Why were you so
said
annoying?"
we could go down to the fishing pole or fishing hole later.
Yeah, but my daughter heard it and goes, "Well, Dad, you're not that different now." And I said, "What do you mean I'm not that different now?" She goes, She goes, "I don't mean you're annoying." She goes, "You just sometimes start making strange sounds and noises in the house for no reason, or singing real loud for who knows why." And she's right. I kind of have this, not a tick, but like I don't know. You know how when you're a kid, you just are like, and you just are like a little idiot? I feel like I'm still the same kind of idiot. I haven't changed that much. Anyway, you know who's not an idiot? Steven Schleicher from Major Spoilers. Not an idiot at all.
I'm trying my best.
No. He comes on the show on Mondays, talks about the latest in pop culture goings on, comics, movies, and elsewise. And this week we got stuff. In fact, a piece of news that I am surprised is never a thing that's happened before. Like, maybe it has, and you'll have to fill me in. But Archie Comics headed to the small screen, a television adaptation of the world of Archie Comics. That seems like a thing that should have already happened 3 or 4 times.
Like an animated, yeah.
Well, so there's been an Archie animated TV series, obviously, but then there was a Return to Riverdale, like made-for-TV movie that had the Archie gang coming back for like their 20th anniversary.
Okay.
That's not what this is.
All right.
This is a 1-hour drama based on life in Riverdale, which should be interesting.
1-hour drama.
It's a 90210 meets Archie Comics.
Archie's Creek.
Who's doing this? What network do we know?
This is it's going to be on Fox, and Warner Brothers Studio is producing it or putting it all together for everybody. So I don't know. It's going to have all the characters in it, according to what they say, including Kevin Keller.
I wonder if there'll be some interesting romantic triangles formed by Betty and Veronica and Archie and Jughead and
I wonder
when you put it. I mean, it really sounds like 90210 meets Dawson's Creek meets whatever the teen drama is of the moment.
As soon as you said a 1-hour drama, it's like, oh god, all right, that's what they're really going to do with this.
If that's what they're going to do, the problem I have with that is I feel like they're going to miss an opportunity here, because if they just go straight to the whole let's play around with this love triangle that's always existed in that world, and Jughead's an idiot, and like all the stuff they do.
Yeah.
It's going to be too much like everything else. Like they have an opportunity here to kind of go more in and make it a little bit weird.
Well, what teenage drama shows do they have going on right now?
Well, like Pretty Little Liars.
Okay. Well, but see, that's what attracts
Revenge.
people, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what's attracting that demographic. So it kind of makes sense to move in that direction. I was honestly hoping that they would do an adaptation of Afterlife with Archie the Zombie.
Yeah, dude, that was
that would be
Oh,
awesome.
that would be cool.
It was really that was really well written. That thing, I loved it.
Well,
yeah.
it's still
Is this gonna
supposedly
take-
ongoing. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Is this going to take place in the 50s? Because isn't that their whole style, their whole bow tie and leather sweater?
This is supposed to be a modern adaptation of that set in Riverdale, New York.
Another
it's
missed
really just gonna
opportunity.
be
Yeah.
It's just going to be a teen drama with people who happen to be named Archie, Betty, Veronica.
See,
And I bet they
Jughead's
have
not
a-
going to wear
I-
a crown, right?
He might. Who knows?
See,
I
listen.
mean,
This is what they're.
I'm sure that they're gonna get together at the end of every show and play at the Peach Pit as Archie, and every once in a while, Josie and the Pussycats will show up.
But this is the missed opportunity I'm talking about. They have an opportunity here to make it a period piece, put it in the 50s, and bring back some of that swing and have some real fun with that, instead of doing the safe thing, which is everybody's got cell phones and everyone's texting each other. It just sounds like shit.
Well, the modern Archie, if you read modern Archie comics, it is very. The clothing style changes and the everything is very modern in the comics right now.
Oh,
So modern Archie takes place in current times?
Yeah. And the current stuff. Although if you get some of those digests, though, they pull stuff from like the 50s and 60s and 70s. So you're reading through one issue of this digest, and suddenly they're wearing bell bottoms, and then you flip into the late 80s, early 90s, and they're all wearing hip hop clothes.
Wow.
Archie is not a book that stands the test of time when you go back and read some of the old tales, just because they're trying to use the language of the time.
Yeah.
And so they're using all sorts of slang of the time, the vernacular, and then put into modern context. It's like, what in the hell is this stuff?
Yeah.
Now, if there's one thing that might make you change your mind on this, Berlanti Productions, the people that put on Arrow and the Flash, are involved with Archie, as is Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, who does Glee and Looking, who he writes those shows. So
I hate
maybe
Glee.
we're looking at a new version of Glee.
I hate Glee so much that you've just really excited me there. With
Yeah,
that news.
if you've changed my mind at all, it was that I won't even
Brian,
watch.
the Archies singing cover songs.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Well, so, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we are poised to have the 50s make a comeback anyway, because I feel like that's been long ignored for a bit here. Like in the 80s, the 50s was all the rage. And now we've gotten away from it, and we've spent so much time in the 70s during the aughts with our movies and stuff and TV. I feel like now's your chance to really go back, maybe be a little edgy with it, do something unique, but get back into the 50s with this thing. And then I kind of am interested just in that alone. If that's all they do, then it opens it up for me. If it's just modern day tale, why do I care? I don't
Problem
care.
is, period pieces are so hard to make as ongoings.
Well, that's true. There are good examples of it, but your successful ones or ones that the viewing audience allowed to succeed. I mean, for example, I have long believed, and I still stand by this, Mad Men. No way that show exists on a network.
Oh, no.
Standard network.
Right.
There's no way. So the fact that, if a cable company did it, I have a lot more trust in that working out. Something like Boardwalk Empire would never work, and I don't mean just for content. I mean just would never work as a period piece, as a thing that would have enough ratings to stay on the air on NBC. There's no way. Right. But on, HBO or wherever else, AMC or something, those things can thrive. So I get all that, and I also get that they know their audience, and the CW is going to do what they do. I mean, we were just saying yesterday, Brian, that that Arrow has a taste of daytime soap drama in it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
For good or for ill, it just has that little piece in there. And so that because they know their audience, they understand who they're working with, that's what we're going to get. But they've surprised me before. I mean, Kim's rewatching the Gilmore Girls.
Oh yeah,
I forgot that's a good show. Like it's really good. It's aimed at a certain demographic and target and all of that, but it's well written. It's actually funny, well performed. Like it's a nice show. So I'm not saying that this can't be that too. I just know that they're gonna. I don't know.
Well, basically, I mean, they can make another show like that, but why tie it in with a universe, with an Archie universe that is, you're not going to pull in. Well, you probably will pull in Archie readers, but they'll be like, this isn't really what I read Archie comics for, and they'll be done with it.
Yeah. And what are people reading it for now, though? Like, is that how's that comic?
See Archie die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got Kevin Keller, who came in as a prominent gay character, and that really changed the way a lot of people saw those characters in comics and has garnered a lot of attention. Certainly what they're doing with Afterlife with Archie and Life with Archie, the forward future story of Archie being married to either Betty or Veronica, depending on which page to the book you flip to.
Yeah.
But
it's choose your own adventure.
It kind of was. It kind of was. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, people are still picking it up, and I haven't looked to see where it fell in last month's top 300, but it is definitely a book that hits the top 300 comics shipped each month.
Well, speaking of the CW, they have ordered full season of The Flash. That thing did really well out of the gate.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
6.1 million viewers, I think, in the first week, and it's continued to hold steady for that.
Wow.
And it says it's the network's highest rated series since The Vampire Diaries debuted in 2009.
Oh wow, that's saying a lot because that show
it
did really
is
well.
a good show. If you guys are not watching this, of all the comic book, movie, TV shows I've seen over the last couple of years, this one is awesome.
Yeah.
Would you call it the most true to the?
It's on Hulu.
Is it okay?
And I know it's on iTunes, and I don't know if it's on Netflix, but I do know it's on Hulu because
It'll end up. My guess is they'll finish the season and then Netflix is my guess. Like right around the time DVDs would be out, that's about when they'd get it because that's what they did with Arrow.
Yeah.
But it makes me so happy to hear that because the Flash I think is hard to do. Like it's just guy runs fast. All right. Great.
Well, we've seen a failed Flash primetime network version.
I don't know if it
CBS,
was failed. It went for 3 or 4 seasons.
Did it?
Oh, did it really?
Yeah,
I thought it only lasted one season.
No.
Maybe I just only watched one season.
Yeah, you probably just watched one season.
When was that? When was that even on?
It was in the late 80s, early 90s, like
Oh.
89 and 90, 91, something like that.
Oh, that's crazy. I want to see.
And in fact, the guy that played the Flash in that 90s series plays the dad in this Flash series.
Really?
And
Oh, that's
here's
cool.
the really weird thing. The scientist, the woman who played the scientist in the Flash series from the 90s, is also playing a scientist in this new series with the exact same name. And this is really weird because it was a character that her character was created specifically for the 90s series, hasn't really appeared in the comic books, and now they're bringing her back as the scientist in this new universe. And I've got some speculation that at some point, because in spoilers here, there's a lot of time travel implications involved in the Flash, this new Flash series. My guess is somebody up there is going to pull a string, and we're going to find that this Flash series takes place in a parallel universe from the previous Flash series, and that one or both of these characters are transplants from that other Flash universe.
Oh, that's kind of awesome in a
It
way.
would be awesome if it happened, and this is, of course, wild speculation. But I forget who it was just this past weekend. I think it was Jeff Johns said that he wasn't going to rule out on the TV networks having parallel universes, because we already know that the DC movie universe is separate from the TV universe. But they haven't ruled out that some kind of weird crossover stuff between universes might happen.
Oh, interesting. I just cracked open the Jeff Johns, Howard Porter, big omnibus Flash run that he did.
Oh yeah.
And so far so good. It's really good so far.
They're borrowing heavily from that in the new series.
Here's the intro from the old Flash show. So if you guys remember this, 1990, by the way.
Danny Elfman.
Is that Elfman?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Da-da-da-da. That's like a little comic intro. It's all visual, so that's no fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, it's heavily influenced by Batman. Even the whole aesthetic of the show is very dark and has the big, giant kind of gothic feel that the Tim Burton Batman had.
Yeah, it's funny how they decide to do that, right? Like, I feel like Arrow tries to borrow from the Christian Bale Batman era, and they've basically turned him into such a vigilante. Now he's got that voice altering thing, and having him just show up on the roof going, "Tell me where he is," all the time. It's just so like not the mustachioed goatee green gentleman Arrow man from the back in the day, but
well, you know,
Arrow Man.
The Flash and Arrow both reside in the same universe. Of course, the Flash is a spinoff of the Arrow.
Yeah.
And we've seen at least one crossover. I think this week, Felicity, the computer girl from Arrow, appears in this episode of The Flash.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah,
she's great. I still haven't seen it. So here's the quick question though on The Flash. What's the fake town they live in? I always forget.
No, they live in Keystone. Well, let's see. In this one, it is Central City or Keystone City. It's Central City, I believe is which one.
And
this
what's
is.
that equivalent to in real? Because they always have the real world,
so
right?
It was the seaside.
depends on where your history is coming from. Central City and Keystone City are the equivalent of Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, but like 20 miles north of that. So if you look on the map, they are a city separated. There's two cities separated by a river, and they're supposed to reside there in Kansas.
Okay,
and
so
Missouri.
I thought one of them. I thought it was one of them was the seaside.
It jumps around. It's really fascinating when you go in and look and see what was considered rural America throughout the comic history. I mean, if you look at Smallville at one point was in Pennsylvania, and then it was in Ohio, and then it was in, I forget where else it was,
Iowa
but it wasn't.
or something,
yeah, Iowa. It wasn't until the Superman movie in the very first Superman movie came out that they put it in Kansas, in Ford County, Kansas. But even now, when you look at where is Smallville supposed to be located in Kansas, it jumps all over the place, from just north of Wichita, which is in the southern part of the state, to around Dodge City, which is in the southwest, to the northeast. It's all over the place when you're trying to pinpoint a location that it is.
It's like Springfield and for
Simpsons.
Yeah.
And of course, right now everyone says Smallville is in Kansas, but they won't pinpoint a geographic location in the state.
But like Metropolis is New York.
No, it's not actually.
What?
This is the other weird thing. If you really pay attention, Metropolis is in Maryland.
What?
And Gotham City is across the river in New Jersey.
I thought Gotham was Chicago.
No.
I thought so
Well,
too.
again, they keep moving things around, and because Gotham, the Batman movies were shot in Chicago, a lot of people just assume that it's there, but it's again, depending on which history and maps you're looking at it, in the most recent, before the New 52, Gotham was in New Jersey and Metropolis was in Maryland.
I could have sworn it was that because of
I know.
all the mob connections and stuff. I just thought that was
Yeah.
where they were.
Right.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So Starling City or whatever it is for Arrow.
Flash, that would be Star City, and it's
Or
supposed to be
Star
up
City.
around the Pacific Northwest, presumably around
like Seattle-ish kind of thing?
Seattle. hmm
Really? Now I thought that was like either Philadelphia or Boston.
Yeah, yeah.
You're shattering my memories here.
It
dude.
just it just totally depends on what year you're looking at and what map, because you can go and look at all the maps. In fact, somewhere there's a Atlas of the DC Universe. If you could go do a Google search of that,
Yeah.
it has everything up until the New 52 and talks about where these cities were supposed to be located.
Well, okay. You know what? Here's the meeting that happened at Marvel at some point. Somebody went, "Here, guys, maybe we should just make it New York." And
Yeah. Well, and
LA.
I'm sure when Stan Lee was doing this, he said, "Hey, writers, write about what you know," and they're looking out the window and they're in New York, and they're like, "Hey, we can write about these adventures of these heroes that take place in New York City." And of course, that makes it kind of cool because now you're reading a comic book and going, "Hey, I know where the Fantastic Four Tower is supposed to be in New York, and I can go to that location, and this is where it should be." Or I can go and find out where Doctor Strange's what is it, Sanctum Sanctorum is at, and you can kind of do that. DC kind of makes it a little bit more ambiguous,
which is fun in its own way.
so
It's-
that town could
yeah.
be any town, right?
Yeah, it's fun
Any
in its
town
own way.
USA.
I don't want either to change the way they do it. It's just an interesting dichotomy that one chose to go so grounded.
Oh yeah.
And then the other chose not to.
New York would jump up and down and say, "Hey, we're Gotham City because we call ourselves Gotham and they're Gotham," and then Chicago tries to claim it. But then if you've ever driven through Nashville, they've got the Batman Tower.
Yeah,
and so it's just fun times. I
Yeah,
guess. Something for people to argue.
Yeah, it's
over.
fun. It's fun. I like it. All right, now voting has opened.
Yes,
and it is open until the 30th, which is Thursday.
The end of the week.
For the Major Spoilers costume contest. Do tell what's going on.
Holy
Where can people
cow,
go? What's
there
going on?
are 5 finalists. There were so many good people that were in there. You guys need to head over to the website and check it out. There's somebody that entered as
These
an
are
AT-AT.
amazing.
Yeah, these are
You've got a Brainiac person, Iceman, Iron Man, and Lady Stoneheart from Song of Fire and Ice, or Ice and Fire, are the top 5 finalists. And these are really good.
There's a person in that AT-AT, dude.
There is a person
He's
in
like
that.
hunched over, walk. Oh, that's incredible.
This is great. Holy crap. It's cool. You know what? It's interesting this year. Do you think more this year than most? But these are people who are clearly showing their stuff off at cons as well.
Oh yeah, in fact, the rules this year were that you had to have your pictures had to have been taken in your costume within the last 2 years. And I know the Brainiac and the Iceman, and I think the Iron Man were all at Dragon Con this year because I've seen some Dragon Con videos come out, and I've seen their costumes in those videos. So they
Wow.
were doing it literally within a month of entering the contest.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Let's see how the voting's going. Oh, look at that.
It's really close. I mean, if you had the winner right now in first place looks to be Iceman. No, the AT-AT, who's at 30%.
Only 3% difference between those.
26%.
Yeah. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this is so much fun, dude.
Let's see if we can get 1,000 votes before the end of the week.
What do you think Iceman sprayed himself with? Do you think he's going to end up with some condition or some rash or something?
Some sort of toxic.
Well, when we find out who the winner is, we will get an interview with them, and they will give a little breakdown of what went into their costume. Now, the Lady Stoneheart, she already sent some behind-the-scene pictures of her putting on her prosthetics, and it's really in-depth and detailed, too, to get that on her face.
That's really incredible.
Yeah.
Voting is open till Thursday. Everybody go check it out at majorspoilers.com. Of course, Steven, anything else going on you'd like to mention?
Not a lot. There's Stan Lee's Kamikaze Expo is going on in Los Angeles this weekend. So if you're looking for a comic book convention to go to, that might be something to hit. But this week we are very quiet, which means that there's going to be some big news probably coming out from somebody. Last week was fairly quiet. This week is starting to be very quiet. And so usually when that happens, there's some huge bomb that lands. Last week was the Avengers trailer. Came
There's
out.
There's some Marvel event tomorrow, isn't there? Like some big announcement.
Oh, maybe they're going to announce the Black Widow movie and the female director that they've tapped.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I'd be down with that. Well, all I know is there's no strings on me.
There are no strings on me.
Oh, I can't freaking wait.
Oh, James Spaderman is going to be awesome.
Yeah, there should be, I say should because there may be a problem tomorrow, but there should be a Comic Dorks tomorrow. I'm waiting to hear back from a client that may screw me up or not. If not, there will be one. If there isn't one, well, then we'll have a lot of big announcements, obviously, for the following Tuesday. We'll let you guys know either way. But major spoilers on Twitter, majorspoilers.com. It's Steven Schleicher, everybody. Thanks, man, for coming by.
Have a great week.
All righty.
See ya.
See ya.
Okay. All right, Brian.
Yes.
Diving headlong into emails. They're brought to you by...
I gotta close my costume contest stuff here. They are brought to you by Record Breakers. It's like a book club for music. A quorum of music-loving friends gathers around a virtual lunch table where one of them brings forth an album for all of them to give their honest opinions about, and then they all recite haikus. Head on over to recordbreakerspodcast.com or go to youtube.com/rabellytv, where a new episode drops every Tuesday. Record Breakers, we don't have a quippy tagline yet.
That sounds awesome. Gonna hit send on this.
Go break some records.
Yeah, go break some records, you big losers. I shouldn't call you losers. You're all very nice people. Here's an email from Christian, the pedantic skeptic guy.
Wow. Okay. This ought to be great.
Should be good. Says, hey guys, heard you guys talking about sodas and aspartame the other day. Scott indicated that aspartame is somehow poisonous. Did I? I don't remember saying that.
I don't remember you saying that. I remember, there was some lab rat issue or something like that.
Oh, maybe. It says, as referred to the time that they killed a bunch of rats with the stuff. Maybe you were, I don't know who said that. I don't remember even knowing that, but whatever.
No.
Meta-analyses after the tests on people have shown that aspartame is perfectly safe. The term poison is all about dosage. Anything is poisonous if the dosage. Holy shit, that word. Dosage is too big. Like if you listen to too much TMS, that could kill you.
You can poison yourself on TMS.
In the case of the rats, oh my gosh, I just remembered Thursdays are a big thing, isn't it? Our costume.
Yes, our big trivia thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Anyway, in the case of the rats, they had given them huge doses per gram of body weight. I would never eat a bucket of aspartame, but I would eat a bucket of pure applesauce daily. Or I wouldn't eat a bucket of pure applesauce daily either. No, you would not, because you would be on the shitter.
That's right.
If the science there was correct about the rats, I wouldn't. It still wouldn't mean that it would be harmful for people. Dogs can't have chocolate, but we sure can. That's a good point. Of course, it's your show, which I love, though. But I really hope you guys won't continue to perpetuate this myth. People have too much sugar, so artificial sweeteners is a good thing as long as they're safe. Regards, Christian, the pedantic skeptic guy. It's a good point. I'm of the place where I'm trying to eliminate pop just generally from my life. Occasionally I'll have one, but I'm trying to not drink it on the regular. My reasons have less to do with aspartame or corn syrup or any of those things, and have more to do with me seeing both a brother-in-law and now my stepfather having the worst possible kidney stone problems in the history of ever. And in both cases, they were heavy, like 44 ounce a day Coke drinkers.
Yikes.
And that stuff is known to cause. Now that's a thing. If somebody wants to help me debunk that'd be fine, because I'd sure like to hear it. But everything these two doctors have said is that that's contributing to that in a major way. So don't drink so much. I don't drink near that, but watching those guys go through that, man, that's enough to make me not want to drink a lot of pop. Brian ruins everything is the subject line for this one from Josh. Isn't that great?
Great.
Josh, the Jesus Freak on Twitter.
Okay.
He says, okay, not really. However, I'm sitting here watching diners, drive-ins, and dives, and I never noticed the frequent cuts in every scene. Then Brian had to make an offhand comment about how no scene lasts more than 3 seconds without a cut on this show, and now I cannot unsee it. Thanks, Brian!
It's so true, though. It's like Guy Fieri takes a bite of sandwich. Just cut to his face. Cut to the guy looking at him. Cut back to Guy Fieri. Oh, he's licking his lips. Cut back to the guy nodding his head. Now cut back to Guy Fieri. Oh, it's delicious. You got a big smoky flavor coming in this thing. And it's every single episode is cut the same way like that.
It's pretty bad.
It's like Cuisinart film editing technique.
Pretty good stuff. So there you go. Thank you, Josh, the Jesus Freak. Final email from Bebop. Hello, Zub, and Dabu. Dabu.
Dabu.
People and a lot of their animals are. Oh, I meant to raid last night. Why didn't I? It just hit me that I didn't raid and I meant to. Gosh dang it.
Yeah, we took down. Let me
guess. Garage Hellscream, and you got your new.
We did.
You got your heroic freaking heirloom.
Heirloom. Yeah, I got a cleaver. I got. I'm sorry, no, I got the dagger.
I meant to be there.
Heroic version of the dagger. Actually, I got a heroic tier piece. It was loots aplenty last night.
Well, the whatchamacallums, the heirlooms are guaranteed. At least your first one through there now, anyway.
And we took down, I want to say, everything in Wing 1 and Wing 4.
That's pretty quick. On heroic?
Wow. No Wing 2 and no Wing 3.
And things are tuned out. They're tuned real bad right now. Like when my interview with Corey was like, it's kind of broken.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, okay, all right. I guess so. It is kind of broken. I dang it. I really meant to. I don't know what. I was at the hospital. That's why.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So I was like, I won't even bother.
I meant to be there though. Dang it, because I really want that heroic heirloom. I guess we'll do it again.
Yes. Oh yeah. We got a week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever, so we got plenty of time.
We're good. All right. What am I doing here? People. So okay. We what we call our body clock or circadian clock. I never heard of that. Is really found in our brains and is tuned to daylight that our eyes perceive. Okay, fine.
Oh, that's right. This is when we were talking about how people have a certain time that they start getting tired and
For me, it's right now. Just kidding.
It's when somebody keeps interrupting an email I'm trying to read.
No, it's all good. People on the graveyard shift never really completely shift to their sleep cycle because the sun still rises and sets irrespective of when they go to bed. This results in a hormonal imbalance that causes them to pack on the fat and have cardiovascular problems, among other things. I see this happen all the time because I work in a hospital where they need to be staffed around the clock. Interesting fact, in a small transparent fish, like Finnish people, sunlight actually goes through their skin and skull to the brain. It is set to their circadian clock, probably through your Finnish friends as well. You wrote that here. For the Horde, though, bebop. The whole day-night cycle and how people adapt to it and all that is fascinating to me. I find that really interesting. And people who don't sleep well, they end up with these issues, man. You got to watch. Yeah. I mean, sleep's so important. I decided not to binge some show the other night before bed, which I've been making such a habit of. Best night's sleep I've had in probably a month.
Really?
By not doing that, yeah.
Yeah, they say that, not using a tablet or looking at a computer screen right before bed is the way to go. So this kind of confirms it or can corroborate it.
At least, my small example, it totally helped me sleep 2 nights in a row.
I've been reading Saga the last few nights instead of looking at a computer screen, and it's fantastic.
So good.
Yeah.
Can't wait till you get to where I am. I want to talk about it. I don't want to spoil any of it.
Sure, no. You've already done that.
Oh man, are you on you're not the lighthouse yet, right? You're not there yet?
I'm not the lighthouse, no.
Okay, that's not a spoiler.
They just got to Rocket Ship Forest.
Oh, good. They're going to get the rocket. Are they on the ship yet? That's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler.
Okay, no, they're not on the ship yet.
Hey, guess what? This thing's set in space. They get on a spaceship. No worries.
All right.
I love that series. All right. Not for the kids, though, everybody. Not for the kids.
No.
Definitely not for the children.
Should be able to tell that from the first page.
Yeah. If your kid is reading like an old X-Men issue written by Brian K. Vaughan and says, I'd like to read everything. Can I read this one called Saga? Tell him no. Just tell the boy no until he's 18 or something.
Exactly. Hold off a little bit on that one.
It's pretty gnarly. All right. That's it. Going to be it for the show. Again, that email address for these emails came to us at themorningstream@gmail.com. I will talk more at length tomorrow during our intro bit about why I think Google's new Gmail inbox limited beta thing right now is awesome. I really like it. The app and the web version.
Cool.
Are both really strong. I think it's great. I'll tell you why tomorrow. Why it works for me. It may not work for everybody. Totally working for me. The website is frogpants.com/TMS. On Twitter, find us at Morningstream, at Scott Johnson, at Coverville. A reminder that on Thursday, for our TMS PM time slot, about an hour and a half that night, we will be doing the first attempt, kind of our pilot episode of the Frog Pants Trivia Show.
That's right. We've got a lot of people who've registered to be a contestant on there. We're going to pick people at random. There's some spots for Patreon, high-level Patreon contributors that they get first pick, and if you want to be considered to be first pick, then that's a thing to do. But if you want to still register, you can at tiny.cc/ or I'm sorry, it's tinyurl.com/frogpants trivia.
Right. Our URL shorteners confusing to this day. Since 2011,
I know.
I wish
can't
there was
remember
one.
which one is which.
I wish there was
We're doing
one.
the one that's not case sensitive.
Yeah, Bitly's
whichever
the
one
worst.
that is.
Freaking Bitly, dude. Bitly's
Oh, is it Bitly?
Yeah. Bitly's written by psychopaths. I don't know who decided that case sensitivity was a good idea with URL shorteners. So dumb. Anyway, we will be here doing that Thursday, and patreon.com/TMS is where you can go and do one of those higher level ones if you want to be considered first, or just support us in general. We always love that. Thank you for that. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks to everybody for being on the show. Steven, Daryl, me, Brian. Who else came on? That was it. That was all of us.
That was it. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, listeners. Thank you, chat room. Thank you, everyone, for making TMS my favorite thing to do in the morning. And I would argue probably Brian's favorite thing as well.
It's totally my favorite thing.
Why don't you,
Totally.
because you're a music man,
Uh-huh.
why don't you play music now for us to hear
Whoa.
now?
That would be a switch up, wouldn't it?
I'm trying to freak everybody out by just pulling the rug out and saying, "Look at this!"
Crazy. Well, I'm lucky that I've got something prepared, so that's very lucky here. By the way, if you want to get a request in for the show, it is tiny.cc/TMS requests. That one I know it is. Tiny.cc/TMS requests, and at some point we'll have that on the Frog Pants trivia or the TMS page.
I should
At
just
some
put
point.
that up there today. In fact,
You should put that up there.
put requests link on page. Done.
There we
I mean,
go.
it's
And
not
I need
done,
to do
but
the
my
same thing. By
notes
the way,
are
if you want to ever check out songs that we've played on TMS, big thanks to Iceworm. You can go to coverville.com/TMS and see a list of the songs we've played on the show and links to where you can buy them from Amazon, iTunes, or if they're not available there, places where you can get them or see them on YouTube. By the way, the song I played earlier today, the entire 69 Love Songs tribute is still available as a free download, and so we'll have a link to that up as well, to where you can download that for free.
Sure.
All right. Matthew says, "Dear Scoot and Bruin, no special occasion or heartwarming story here, but I came across a song that seems so perfect for TMS, I had to share it. It's a cover of Iron Maiden's The Trooper by the Finnish bluegrass group Steven Seagulls." Great band name. It's a cover of Iron Maiden's The Trooper. I hope you and all the listeners enjoyed as much as I did. Love the show, though. Matt in OKC. So this is one that's only available on YouTube. Keep waiting for these guys to release this as an album, but the YouTube video is still worth checking out. It's Steven Seagulls and their cover of Iron Maiden's The Trooper.
All right, let's play it. And tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tuesday. That means jury. That
Tuesday.
means Fitness Geek. That means all the regular Tuesday
Yes.
shenanigans. So I'm looking forward to all that. Brian?
Yes.
Have a nice day.
You too. Thanks, man.